Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Gavin, and this is my 2024 Polaris General XP4 1000. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you would have seen my installation video on my Kimimoto windshield. It's a good windshield for the price, especially. It is a little bit on the higher side, but whenever you're starting to get into these machines and you start to look at all the interchangeability and all the functions that this machine has, and you start looking at different products and everything, you'll understand that these things really aren't cheap. They're not as cheap as some other side-by-sides that you might get on the market, and the adaptability and like I said, interchangeability are unmatched on these machines. Everybody has stuff for a Polaris product, period, a Ranger, a Razor, or a General. But these Kimimoto windshields are pretty nice. I have run the piss out of this thing, and it's held up great so far. We've taken it on 2 different trail rides now with the windshield. I will say, on those trail rides in the hot summer sun, these vents right here won't do anything for you. You're not moving fast enough to get those vents to work, so that's a trade-off. It's fine. I didn't want to flip down windshield for that reason, or flip up windshield, be caught on trees and stuff. But if you've got somebody running with you, or if you take a trailer down there with you in a truck, which everybody does, you can take this windshield out with 4 different clips and put it in your buddy's rig, like I did my father's rig, and we rode around with it that way. But you can easily put it in your truck or leave it at a place. If you've got a place that the Jeep doors come off of your machine, or the Jeep doors come off on your Jeep, and they've got places where you can stow them at some different parts. So that is handy. You can do that and it'll be a whole lot cooler. So a little bit of update for this machine is what this video is for. These KC lights, I've ordered these in and had to put them in, of course. And the wiring on them was super simple. The instructions were great on them. And if you've got any knowledge of wiring at all, it's just a breeze. It was perfect. But these lights are awesome. I have them aimed towards the ditch because I do a lot of night driving on roads and stuff. And on the dirt roads and on paved roads, they work excellent. They come with a switch, so you don't have to worry about going and buying a rocker switch unless you just want to. It fits nicer in the buggy, but it does come with a switch. I wish it had a rocker switch that said KC on it or something, but it still works. It's a switch. A switch is a switch is a switch. I don't care how you put it. It makes the lights turn on. So KC lights are excellent. They're the Apollo Pros series. They're the spread light, so you get a more not really as fine of a beam from a spotlight, but you still get some spread on them, so which is what I wanted. I wanted something more. I didn't really want a fog light, but I wanted something that was kind of more of a singled out beam rather than just a regular fog light that lights up everything, because that's what my headlights are for. But we will move on to the back of the machine because I've got something else to show you guys. This back here is my Kimimoto back glass, or my it's not really a back glass, it's like just a back window, and this needs to be moved over a little bit, but I'll show you how to install this thing. These little tabs right here, they lock in here to this rectangular tubing, and these little flip up tabs up here just rotate, so they'll come sideways like that. You just rotate them onto that 45 piece of tubing up there, and you've got, I believe they're T40s, 1, 2, and then there's a third one over there on that one side. T40 Torx bits is what you need, I do believe, and then you have to unplug that if you've got speakers up here. Now, if you don't have the speakers up there, then it's no issue, but you'll have to take these speakers out, because in the back we've got these little, I don't know if you guys can really see it right there, but you've got those little cutouts in the speakers, and that's where your flap goes for the back glass. So you'll have to take those out in order to flip them up, because you can't really get in there to do any good, because those little flip up tabs there are kind of stiff. So unless you want to unscrew them, which I did not want to do just because I didn't want to do it, unless you unscrew them and put them straight up, you could do that probably and get away with it, but I did not do that, so I will not advise you to do it. Just take off your speakers. They go up in there very nicely. They've got blue Loctite on them, so it works perfect. And in the back, I did install this UTVMA bump seat. And this is kind of a pricey product, but is well worth it if you have little ones riding with you. They are amazing. So This is like, I don't know if you'd call it a 4-point harness. I guess it's a 4-point harness. It's not a 5-point or whatever because it doesn't have the strap in the middle there. That's what I'd consider like a 5-point harness. But it's got 2 points on either side. It goes back there to where the windshield sits. And the windshield does not bother this thing. And this thing does not bother the windshield. So you can strap that in there. And I think if I have to adjust, I'll have to take the windshield out, or the back glass out, rather. But these just install down there. You got to take the seat out, which is a breeze. All you have is a tab down here, and you can pull the seat out. And then uninstall your seat belts on both sides, and then install this. It comes with new hardware to put in there. And it was a breeze to do. The only problem I had was with these brackets. They didn't line up with the bolt holes on the bottom, so I had to hand bend them. It wasn't an issue. I didn't have to refabricate anything, but I did have to hand bend them, and it works like a charm now. And the seats kind of hold it too. It's not really flimsy. It's all in there. So it is a very nice unit to make your machine a 5-seater if you've got another little one riding with you. Like I said, I have 3 kids. I've got one older one, one middle-aged one, and then one really young one. He's about a year and a half old. What I will say, if you're keeping somebody in this thing that's about a year and a half old, is whenever you're going and trail riding and stuff, their head does hit the back of this seat. So I don't think we'll use that seat very much anymore. We only took him on one trail ride, and it didn't take us too long to figure out that he didn't like it. He doesn't like the bumping and the jumping and stuff in that seat. He likes to be held on to a little bit tighter. So whenever it cools down, we'll put him in a car seat back here in the back, and that's how we'll trail ride. But until he gets about 2 to 2.5, and he can hold his neck and figure out how to be a man about it, then that's how we'll do it. But it's been a great seat so far. And you just get them on Amazon, and they're perfect for little kids. Well, thank y'all for watching. This has been my review, I guess a 2-week review on the windshield and back glass, and a review on these KC lights. Not much of one, but they are nice, and they look great on the front of the machine. They're just a bolt down here, a bolt here. The pigtail comes this far on both sides, and then it's got a whole wiring harness that goes up into your bus bar. And they're easy to install. I think the KC lights are just the OG lights. I think they're on any off-road machine. I feel like you should have a set of KC lights on the front or on the top. But like I said, an off-road machine really needs some KC lights. I think it just sets them off. You know it's an off-road machine when you have these bad boys on there. And with the turn signal kit, I've never run a turn signal kit on any side-by-side I've owned, and I've been fine. But these things are getting bigger and more people have them. So turn signal kit and tagging them is a good idea. But anyways, this has been my review or update on this machine. Hope I give you guys some ideas, and hope you guys enjoy it. And I got one more thing to add. Work, because that's how we pay for these things. Play, because you have to play with them. But third, send it every day. No matter what you're doing, get out there and send it. All right, thanks guys, peace.